Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to today's video, Greenside bunkers. Now, I want you to pay attention that I'm talking about greenside bunkers because fairway bunkers, the technique will be different. Perhaps we'll do a video later on this channel, but right now we're talking about a standard greenside bunker shot. So in other words, when the bunker is up here close to the green, I'm going to give you proper technique to get that ball out, and hopefully your next shot will be a putt. Alright, so my ball has came to rest inside this greenside bunker. And for many of you, this is an intimidating shot, and it's a shot that if you understand what you need to do in a situation, you can get the ball out. And that should be your first objective for most of you out there, unless you're a very highly skilled player. Your objective is to make sure you get the ball out, and preferably putting. But even if you're chipping next, that will be a success. You just don't want to hit that bunker shot again. I'm going to show you how to get that out. First thing we're going to do is take our practice swings out here in the general area, or out here in the grass. And that's because we cannot touch the sand with our practice swings. Matter of fact, I cannot ground or touch the sand with my club once I get up there. It's part of the golf rules. I must hover that club when I get ready to hit my shot. But what you can do is get a feel for your practice swings out here. Now, when I take practice swings out here, there's a few things we got to do. Number one, this is a shot where we want to use our most lofted club in our bag. We want to use something that's got some bounce. As you can see right here, I've got a 60-degree wedge, and it's got this flange on here. You may have a 56, or your golf bag may just simply say an S for a sand wedge or an SW. But you want to use something with this thing called bounce, or this flange right here. And what this is going to do, if we use it properly, is allow this club to skid through the sand. And actually, we're going to use the sand to get this ball in the green. If we do this shot correctly, we should be scooping sand underneath the ball and using the sand to get it up on the green. When you listen to tour players hit these shots, that's that thud you hear, is that sand being hit. You don't hear a clank sound. If you do, the ball goes sailing past the green. We're going to hit the sand and use the sand to scoop this ball out. So I need this flange on here to help me do that, and that's what it's designed for. First thing we do is in step one, is take your practice swings out here. To get proper setup, we have to open up the club face. Open it up a lot. I'm going to put my magnet on here, and I'll just face the camera here. And you can see my 60-degree wedge has a lot of loft on it from the factory. You can see that baby pointing up there. But I'm going to get this thing opened up considerably. I'm going to get it where it's pointing virtually straight up in the air. If you notice, I open up the club face. Now I'm going to put my grip on. Very, very important. Open up the club face, then put your grip on. As I do that, now I'm going to open up my body. I'm going to basically stand sideways, and then I'm going to take these practice swings and I'm going to think two things: speed and high hands. You have to have a little bit of speed with this shot because, again, we're going to intentionally hit this ball fat, let the club go underneath the ball, and use the sand to push it out. And we also must have high hands. So as I take these practice swings, I'm going to think about those three things. I'm going to open up the club face, I'm going to think speed and high hands. So I'm going to do that now. Let me throw this magnet off the side. Again, open up that club face, re-grip it. Now I'm just going to think speed and high hands. One thing I'll add is I want you to have good rhythm in this. If you notice, I'm not rushing anything. Now I'm going to get in here. Again, I cannot ground my club. I'm going to get up here. I'm going to dig my feet in just to get a solid base. And then I'm going to concentrate on speed and high hands, using the sand to get the ball out. Okay, pretty good result there. I got the ball out, objective number one, and I'm up there just on the fringe where I can get my putter on it. I'm very pleased with that shot. Hopefully you could hear that thud on the camera. There was no sound of the ball being hit by this club. It was all the sand, using the sand to push this ball out. All right, let's review and give you a checklist on how to hit shots just like I did here. For these greenside bunker shots, the first thing you want to do is get the club that has the most loft in your bag. Something that's got a flange on it to help you skid through the sand and use the sand to get the ball out. Step number 1, take your most lofted club. Step number 2, you're going to take your practice swings out here in the general area, out here in the grass, because you're allowed to do that to get a feel for this shot. Step number 3 is open up the club face. Remember, open up the club face and then put your grip on, all right? And then step number 4 is to come up here on these practice swings and think speed and high hands. Speed and high hands. Step number 5, make sure you got good rhythm and balance, and then get up there and enjoy. Hopefully your next shot's a putt, or even better, hopefully you make it. Thank you everyone for watching this video, and hopefully this is giving you some tips on how to properly hit greenside bunker shots. Remember, use that sand to put the ball in the green. That's what that thud is you hear when you watch tour players. Remember to smile often, have fun. God loves you. We will see you next time.